Hello everyone, today we're back with a slightly special video on the channel as it's about testing Gaahleri markers. So I was contacted by the brand to carry out this test. But I want to clarify right away that I haven't received any instructions, text or script. Therefore I'm free to say whatever I want, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. So here we see a nice little packaging. For metal markers it's pretty enough. We have a fairly sturdy cardboard box. Inside we naturally find the markers in question, and so as a result of that we're going to test all this on several surfaces to try it out a bit and see how it turns out. Okay. So, as a reminder, Gaahleri is a brand that was founded in 2013. And who started producing paints, airbrushes, compressors, things like that. And it's a small brand that is growing and offers cool products. I myself have several airbrushes from them, and now these markers, so we're going to test them right away. There are 10 in the box. Of different colors. I'll list the colors here for you so you can see what's available as well. So this is the package that sells the 10, but on the site you can find them in gold sets, aluminum, etc., etc. You don't have to buy the complete set, but that said, for the price it might be worth it. Markers aren't necessarily a product that's widely used in modeling, but more and more manufacturers are starting to invest. And notably, we saw those from AK Real Color, which were released some time ago. So we'll start right away with the markers. So we'll test on a surface. The support I generally use is a Mr. Hobby 1500, specifically for lacquer applications. So let's begin right now. I got the pencils ready earlier to let the ink flow, but it goes fast enough, so as usual you need to shake well. And then we are going to test it. We press down on the tip to lower the ink properly. You see the ink comes out quite easily. So let's go. Here we are on aluminum. Break time 0.6. We'll see how it turns out. So it looks pretty good actually. It spreads well. 0.8 state. We'll let it dry a little bit and we'll see what happens when we come back to it. Because sometimes when we come back to it, we kind of mess up what we've already done. So there you go. We have some aluminum. We have dark steel too. To see what it looks like, dark steel is the same. Don't forget to shake well. Let the ink settle. And here we are. So it's dark steel. Yeah. I'm Kui 1.0s. I'd say the dark steel is less attractive. We may need to do several layers. And the color doesn't really seem to match what I was expecting it to be. Let's test the flashy gold. The flashy gold. What will flashy gold do for us? It's not very covering. We will require an additional layer. So gold is always a problem, whether it's in paint, well I find it is, or whether it's in marker, I'm always a little disappointed. The pigments don't hold well. You have to apply several layers to really get a beautiful effect. We are dealing with dark gold. We'll put it next to the flashy one so the dark gold is much more covering. You can see right away. It's much more beautiful. And here I think with one coat we've done the job. Next we'll continue with gunmetal, which is very useful for those doing military models. It's very, very useful. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Yeah, there you go. You can see a bit light, I think. We'll see when dry. Let's see. We might come back to it as well. Markers in general are a bit like that too. You have to go over them a bit. So the red copper. Sorry. The red copper is the same. It doesn't cover everything in one go, so well, after that it's like I said again. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. You might need to go over it several times. So we're on zirconium black this time. Zirconium black, well, so black always covers well, and we have black on black anyway. Simply put, we always use a black primer for metal, and that's just how it is. It always stands out better. So now we're on gold again, and we're going to, this one covers better right away. Yes, it covers better. It's not too bad. We'll find out later if things improve or not. And we continue with another round, this time with stainless steel. So again, stainless steel is one of the great classics. We're going to go inside this time. Stainless steel is nice. It's not bad. We'll see. And we finish with dark iron. Dark iron. I'm going to get the ink. And here we go. Well, okay. It's a bit darker. It could be a bit darker, but well, it's not too bad. So actually, well, already we can see already after drying. So there's this one. It's aluminum, if I remember correctly. It's very beautiful. Here, it works well. It works well. On the other shades, I think after drying they are quite beautiful. The pigmentation is not too bad, but on the other hand, I think you need to go over it again. One coat isn't enough. If we take the gold again, where was my flashy gold? There it is. Flashy gold. Was 0.7s. We're going to give it another pass to see if it really becomes flashy. Right now it's a bit not too flashy. We're going to go over it again. It's not easy too. Go over it again and you see this. We remove it. It's often, the problem is that you see it really needs to dry before going over it again. Or you really have to let a lot of ink flow, and there you go. Then we come back to it, but it is not overly too much, not too practical, because in fact we remove it gradually, so it would be nice to, if we could do it all at once, break time. If I go back to the aluminum, I'm looking, excuse me, I'm a bit lost in all this. There it is, the aluminum. We're going to do the same test, go over it again. Well, there's no need normally. Really no need, because I find it very beautiful actually. But if we go over it again, do we remove any? Well, maybe I didn't let it dry enough here either. We'll see. We're going to do the tests on another surface and then we'll come back to it later. The aluminum, no, it holds well, it holds well. So there we go. And while we're at it, this time we're going to try on an acrylic surface. So it's not at all the same type of primer. But we're going to do the test anyway. Okay, let's go. We're going to redo it. We might not test them all. We'll just test a few of them anyway. We'll see. For the acrylic. So the aluminum is still as beautiful. We're going to take the gold again. The gold was flashy gold. There you go. We're going to take the flashy gold again. Let's see how it turns out. I need to lower the ink again. I forgot. We're lowering the ink. It's the same. It's the same, but anyway, the test was to see if the marker product removes, not the acrylic base. Let's try a little third one here. A story to watch, always a gold. It's not bad. It's the dark gold that's not bad. Stainless steel. We'll make one and then we'll try another. And then we'll see how it turns out. Ah, it's good too, it's good too. We'll let it dry. We'll let it dry and then we'll come back to it. And we'll do another type of test, so we'll also try it on a very simple surface. It's plastic. No preparation, nothing at all. I'm year 1.0s. I'll even exaggerate. There you go. You can clearly see the greasy stain without cleaning, without anything. So we're starting again. There you go. Right away it stands out less, especially since there's no primer. The paint doesn't stick much. It doesn't even stick that well, and naturally it doesn't stand out. The color doesn't necessarily stand out because I'm on white, but we can compare. Well, anyway, it doesn't glide as well. It's not as beautiful as what it can give us on a prepared surface. We have a gold. Alright, so anyway, we agree that we should avoid doing this on bare plastic. Well, gold almost does better on bare plastic though. It almost does better. Let's pick one at random, come on. A little red copper, a little red copper. Nice red copper. Little red copper. Yeah, actually, it almost does better on bare plastic. I feel like. Let's test another one. What did we say? We said dark steel. The dark steel. The dark steel, however, really needs a black background. A really black background, because otherwise it won't work. Okay, so we did our 3 little tests just to recap. On lacquer base, on acrylic base, and then on nothing at all. Thus, in truth, when we consider, there's not really a difference between lacquer and acrylic, which is rather good news. But on the other hand, you can see a slight difference nonetheless on the gold. And regarding the support, you see when we compare the gold, it's there, sorry. The gold works better without support. It's strange, but that's how it is. It seems to work better. Well, we'll see. We'll see how you use it, how you prefer to use it. I'm quite impressed by the metal colors like stainless, etc., etc. The one that shines well, a stainless metal, aluminum, the dark iron, in fact, when drying, turned out to be more interesting. The same goes for the dark gold, which ultimately turned out to be not bad at all. So then, well, does it hold up well? We did it a while ago, so we'll see. We'll rub it. Rub, rub, rub a little to the touch. It holds quite well, but I'm not going to be too rough because anyway, that's not really what we usually do. We don't have fun rubbing the paint we've done. Not bad on acrylic. It's going away a bit, but I think I made it too thick, so now I've made it really thick even. It was really ugly, and therefore she went away from there. And then there I have a bit of support. And there you go, it's starting. Well, after that he is less. No, it's going away. It goes away, it goes away. If you rub me, you don't see, so you see the whole point of having an aftercoat. A quality primer layer, because otherwise here's what happens. So, well, without a primer. Layer, we don't care, we don't keep it. Then what do we say so? The general opinion. Well, listen, I think it's a good solution. For small details, we're not going to do large flat areas with it. When you have small details, little areas to reach, etc., where you just need a quick touch-up that won't be too noticeable, etc. The marker is perfect for that. It saves you from having to unpack the brushes, or possibly the airbrushes, afterwards. The tips are quite fine. I won't use black, otherwise we won't see anything. It's in the light, but it's well bent in the light. Break time. You see if there are small areas like this. I use the molding of the teaspoon. To go over it, we managed to do things, potentially quite fine things. Maybe not bad, because the tips are not huge. The tips, as you see, well, it's still a marker, obviously, but we're dealing with quite fine and fairly hard tips, which means that actually we can potentially work in detail. We put ourselves on the bias or squarely on the tip, However, if we want to work on the tip, we need to apply a bit of ink first. And off we go. It works, it works. I'm going to test the gold anyway because it's the one that impressed me the least. Gold, sorry. It's the one that convinced me the least, but we'll see about that. On the small details, yeah, it's not bad. Not bad, it's not bad. It's not bad. And if we go over it with another, you see, once it's dry, it actually works quite well. And the gold, if we apply it in one go, it works. But you can still see there are slight variations in the distribution of the pigment, so maybe it needs to be shaken much more. I don't know, maybe there's something like that. Let's get back to the support. I wouldn't want to say something really stupid. Take out the ink again. And so, yeah, maybe it was me earlier because now we're going to try spreading the layer to see. It's clearly not meant for large flat areas. The paint doesn't spread well. So if there are still small black marks, etc., I think if we let it dry well, I think we should be able to resume, and at that point it should give a nice color. I'm not going to do it for this demonstration, but I think it can hold up well. Personally, I have a fondness for using markers. I've started using them not long ago, but for finer details and similar aspects, I tend to avoid large flat areas. I use them a bit for chipping and things like that. Well, here we're dealing with good quality markers. I find the pigments quite beautiful. You can store them easily. Personally, I place them next to my pencil holder, and poof, we have the storage done. I know there are erasers, but they're not always recommended because generally erasers erase everything. So we might test the erasers in a future video. So my conclusion is that it's a good idea. It's pretty good. It's of good quality, I find, in terms of pigments. The range of colors is interesting. It could be more varied, but I think they might expand the range in the future. The price is quite affordable. We're still talking about, I can't remember, $20 or $30, I can't remember, something like that. You'll have a code, a promo code with the video, so don't hesitate to use it. I recommend it for small details. It avoids having to unpack the brush, thinner, paint, airbrush, etc., etc. It might help to fix small imperfections. For things like this, you must remember to have a base, according to black, and if possible of quality, but there is no difference between acrylic and lacquer a priori. So thank you once again. There is a link to get discounts on the Gaahleri shop and then Amazon. And well, we'll see this product, because right now I'm working on a Black Hawk, and we'll see if I get the chance to use the product directly on this model, and at that point I'll give you my opinion. Definitive, but for now I'm quite satisfied. I think I will indeed use the product in the future. Alright, thank you all, and we'll meet again soon for new adventures.